Okay, we need to talk. We're about to pull back the curtain on one of the most dangerous and most misunderstood features hiding on your credit card. If you've ever been in a tight spot and thought about getting quick cash from your card, this is a financial wake-up call you cannot afford to miss.
So, picture this. Your car just died on the side of the road. Or maybe an unexpected medical bill lands in your mailbox. Rent is due tomorrow, and you're just short. You feel that panic rising because you need cash, and you need it like yesterday. It's a horrible feeling, and it's a situation that millions of us face. And right there, in your wallet, is what looks like an easy answer.
But what if that simple solution, that quick fix, was actually a trap? A financial landmine, carefully designed to blow up in your face, but in slow motion. One that ends up costing you hundreds, maybe even thousands, of dollars more than you ever took out. Because honestly, that's exactly what a credit card cash advance is for most people.
So let's get right to the heart of it. We're going to start with the single biggest, most important difference between swiping your card for groceries and using it to get cash. And trust me, this is the part the banks are really hoping you don't understand. First off, what even is a cash advance? Well, simply put, it's when you use your credit card at an ATM, just like a debit card, to pull out physical cash. But here is the absolute key. Your credit card company doesn't see this as a purchase. No. They see it as a very high-risk loan, and that changes everything.
And here it is, the critical difference. When you buy something, anything, you get what's called a grace period, usually about 3 weeks to a month, to pay it off before they charge you a single penny of interest. With a cash advance, there is no grace period. Zero. Zilch. None.
I want you to let that sink in for a second. The exact moment the cash is in your hand, the interest meter starts running. Not at the end of the month, not in a few weeks, instantly. Every single day that goes by, that debt is growing bigger and bigger.
Okay, so how bad can it really be? What does this instant interest actually cost you? Let's do the math. We'll walk through a super common scenario. You need $1,000 for an emergency. Step by step, you're about to see just how this trap snaps shut. All right, so you're at the ATM. You need that $1,000 for the car repair to get to work next week. You take out the cash, and for a minute, you feel relieved. The immediate problem is solved. But here's the catch. Your debt isn't $1,000. And this is the first hit. Before that nasty interest even kicks in, there's an upfront fee. It's usually around 5%. So on that $1,000 you just withdrew, you're hit with an immediate $50 fee. You're holding $1,000, but your debt on day one is already $1,050. You're already in the hole.
But wait, it gets so much worse. Look at this. The interest rate, the APR, for a cash advance is almost always way higher than your normal rate for purchases. We're talking sky-high rates, often pushing 30% or more. This isn't just adding fuel to the fire, this is pouring gasoline on it.
Now watch how this monster grows, especially if you fall into the trap of only making minimum payments. With a 30% APR, it could take you a year and a half to finally kill that debt. And by the end of it all, that original $1,000 you desperately needed has actually cost you almost $1,700. That is $700 that vanished from your pocket into fees and interest. Poof, gone.
And believe it or not, the damage doesn't just stop with your bank account. Taking out a cash advance can leave a scar on your entire financial life, one that affects your ability to borrow money for years and years to come. Here's how. Let's say your card has a $3,000 limit. Taking out a $1,000 cash advance immediately uses up a third of your available credit. To lenders, this is a massive red flag. It looks like you're in financial distress and maxing out your resources, which makes them really nervous. And that red flag directly hits your credit score. This isn't just some random number. A lower score costs you real money. It means paying a higher interest rate on your next car loan, a higher rate on a mortgage, or maybe even getting denied for a new apartment. That one decision, made in a moment of panic, can literally echo for years. Okay, I know that was a lot of bad news, but here's the good news. You have other options. You are not powerless. So let's pivot from the problem to the solution. Let's talk about a financial escape plan, so you never have to even consider falling into this trap. I mean, just look at this side by side. It's night and day, right? On one side, you've got the total chaos of a cash advance, and on the other, a much healthier choice, a personal loan. The interest rates are often less than half, the payments are fixed and predictable. Yeah, it takes a bit more planning, but the savings are absolutely massive.
So the absolute best defense is a good offense. Preparation is everything. The best way to avoid making a bad decision in a panic is to build a financial shield beforehand. You know, even a small $500 emergency fund can handle most of those little life crises. Set up automatic savings transfers, and don't ever be afraid to call a company and try to negotiate a payment plan. Knowing your options now is your best defense later.
And really, that's the ultimate takeaway here. A credit card can be a great tool, but a cash advance is a weapon pointed directly at your financial future. True financial freedom isn't built in those moments of crisis. It's built in the small, smart, boring things you do every single day so that when a crisis does hit, it doesn't become a catastrophe.